Guess who is here? Oh, it's good old Barry. Now you're gonna need to like stock up on items. Like, I am not kidding. You are going to need all of the items you can possibly get for this fight, because this fight is not going to be easy. But for me it is, because in between I went and trained up everybody to level 60. Now you're probably saying, well, how'd you do that so fast? All I did for about 20 minutes was just train one Pokemon at a time. It took me about maybe 40 minutes just to train all of them, so yeah, it took me a long time. And I actually had 2 rare candies, and all after I was done training my Garchomp up to level 58, I just decided to use those 2 rare candies on it, and I figured it wouldn't hurt. So I'm gonna switch here into my Haunch Crow, which knows a new move. I taught it Dark Pulse and got rid of Moonlook. So it'd be helpful if it knew Nasty Plot, but unfortunately it doesn't. So the only starter that could probably outspeed me is Infernape, but he doesn't have an Infernape. If you started with a Piplup like me, then he's gonna have a Torterra instead of an Infernape or an Empoleon. But if you started with Chimchar, it's gonna have an Empoleon, and if you started with Turtwig, he's gonna have an Infernape, and he will either have a Floatzel, a Roserade, or a Rapidash on his team, but he will never have all 30, so you don't have to worry about that. That's not a problem at all. Yep. And today's question of the day, I'm going to start doing those now at the end of walkthroughs, is, do you think I will make it through the Elite Four on my first try while filming, or do you think I'm gonna screw up and make the wrong move and die? Comment on the bottom of this video. Just do it. I don't care if you think the second thing, because I'm gonna prove you wrong. No, I know I'm making Barry look easy, or Rival, or whatever the heck you named him. But he really can be hard. And the great thing about Alakazam is he has Hidden Power Ice, which is going to help against some of the Pokemon in the Pokemon League, such as the Garchomp. You would not see one unless you have one until you've beaten the game. This is my walkthrough team, and it is just about complete. The final 4 battles are about to arrange and come into play. So let's switch into Rapidash. Hooray. Now this guy can really be a challenge if he's not handled correctly. And Dawn learned a new move, which is Hydro Pump, which is an excellent water move. And Rapidash learned Poison Jab, and I got rid of and Flare Blitz. The only bad thing about Flare Blitz is it does recoil damage, so I would almost recommend not using it. If you have like the TM for Overheat, or you know somebody that does, use that instead. You might actually would get more out of it if you did. So just Flamethrower it again, and Heracross is down and out. So I did get rid of Ember, in case you guys are wondering. I wasn't going to keep that for the big leagues. Snorlax. Now, I would almost recommend a physical-based hitter, which is what Garchomp is. And Garchomp learned a new move as well. It learned Dragon Rush. And I never knew how many hit points this thing has. Although, the one leading in hit points right now is probably Darkness, I think, has the most hit points right now. But these Pokemon are really strong, and I would almost recommend a physical-based attack for this Snorlax, because it's got a high defense, but like it's got higher special than it does physical. So, and if I can kill it in one hit, it should not be able to use it, because if this thing, like later on, after you've beaten the game, after you've caught Heatran, you'll be able to battle him again, and it will know rest. I don't know if it does now, but it will know rest, and that can be really annoying if you don't take it down correctly. So, I just thought I'd warn you. Rapidash. I'm going to stay in for this, because I've got just the treatment for this. Earthquake! Ah! Well, wait a minute. If it's an earthquake, then how come the Pokemon building is still in one? The Elite Four building is still in one piece. Tomorrow we will take on Aaron, the first of the Pokemon League's own Elite Four. Yeah. This is the last part of my Diamond and Pearl walkthrough that will be actually labeled as a part. I'm just going to call it Elite Four Aaron, Elite Four Bertha, and Elite Four the other one. Now, let's take a look at our inventory real fast to make sure we have enough supplies. 40 Hyper Potions, 30 Revives, and 50 Full Heals. I would recommend that you get a decent stock of items because you're going to be needing them. Orbo's Coal Badge, Eterna's Forest Badge, Veilstone City's Cobble Badge, Pastoria's Fin Badge, Hearthhome's Relic Badge, Canalev's Mine Badge, Snow Point's Icicle Badge, and Sunny Shore City's Beacon Badge. Okay, so the Pokemon I'm going to put out front is Darkness. Now, if you take a look at the Pokedex, if I could do this correctly, Pokedex, you've seen 138. So if you've been battling all the trainers and catching all the Pokemon you can possibly catch, you should have more than what I have. There is a Burmy and a Wormadam. I think Burmy is in the Eternal Forest and Wormadam is in the route by Veilstone. Like the route south of Veilstone. So that's where those two are. The rest of them you should see if you have not already seen. There we go. There are 150 Pokemon. Manaphy's number 151. You do not have to see Manaphy. And in the next part, we'll take on the first of the Elite Four, Aaron, and his beautiful bug type. Oh yes, and one other thing. If your Pokemon are not at level 60 and they're at level 50, I'd recommend that you go back to the Victory Road and train them up till they are at least level 55. Because the Pokemon here range from level 55 to 66. So I just thought I'd point that out before we closed. Oh yes, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.